My friend just told us, never give up. So in my opinion, I told myself, never think, and never stop move. So I moved from China to here. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Because I, as a vice chairman of the Shenzhen Think Tank Association, I remember in 2016, Shenzhen has signed the MOU of sister cities with Pop Mosby, right? So I must express my deeply respect for all of you. I'm Chen Peng from the Shenzhen Great Bay Area Financial Institute. Its short form is a GBI, and I warmly appreciate the invitation from the esteemed members of the PGN. As the Dean of the GBI, my area expertise lies in macroeconomics, especially in the fintech. On behalf of the GBI, it's my great honor to share my experience of special economic zones and free trade zones in China. Hope you would get some useful insights from our experiences. The next page. Oh, here. Okay. My presentation will cover 4 sections. Firstly, I will introduce the new background about the rebalance of the global economic and trade in the post-pandemic era. Then, I will talk about the experience of China Palette Free Trade Zone. I must explain in China, the formal name of the FTZ is a Palette, the Chinese Palette Free Trade Zone. Furthermore, I will share the development trades in Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau, Great Bay Area, where I currently work. Last but not least, I may conclude my presentation with suggestions for PGN. I would be more than happy should my experience and suggestions be more constructive for the development of the SEZs of PGN. Without further ado, let's begin. As the world emerges from the devastating impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, we are witnessing an unprecedented shift in the global economy. Global economic growth is slowing down in the post-pandemic era. Different regions are experiencing an encouraging structural imbalance. Especially, I think, imbalance not just in the world, but inside all of the country. The post-pandemic era is impacted by the series of sudden changes, including such as the Russia-Ukraine conflict, interest rate rises in U.S. recently, and the recent banking crisis in the U.S. and Europe too. The banking system in the world is unexpectedly at one of the most vulnerable times. As IMF just talked, the global economic growth is expected to remain weak at around 3.4% in 2022, and it is expected to fall to just 2.8% in 2023, before rising to 3.1% in 2024. With economy slows down, different regions are experiencing and increasing structural imbalance. The global value chain is becoming regionalized and centralized, and has been divided in 2 parts or more, such as the North American regional value chain, the European value chain, and so on. In the future, A number of regional value chains may replace the current global value chain. Regional central countries may control the supply chain and the production of neighboring countries. Under current circumstances, global economy and trade rules like the CPTPP have raised their requirements. We call it the high level or high standard trade rules. And the importance of the RCEP has been further increased. Regional trade networks led by the international community are becoming dominant force in the new era. The border rules in the international economy and the trade rules are shifting to mainly to the within border rules. Among them, financial liberalization standards are here, and the financial services becoming spirit trafficked. November 2020, China SEZs, we actively considered joining the CPTPP and at the 27th informal meeting of IPAC leaders, September 16, 2021, China submitted a writing letter to the New Zealand to join the CPTPP. As restructuring of the international economic and trade rules accelerated, new regional international economic and trade rules such as the CPTPP, the DPA, and the RCEP has emerged. The sign of the RCEP is an important step to safeguard the multilateral trading system and build an open world economy. It is a symbolic significance of deepening regional economy integration and celebrating the global economy. Such as the RCEP will provide ASEAN with a huge integrated regional market. As the picture shows, the 5 RCEP member states have a total population of the 2.29 billion. In 2021, the total GDP exceeds $26 trillion, about 30.9% of the global total. And the total exports is $5.2 trillion. In terms of the geographical territory, RCEP spans East Asia, Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia, Indian Ocean, and the South Pacific. We can compare the RCEP with several other major free trade zones, or we call the free trade agreement, just like CPTPP and the USMCA. We can say the RCEP covers the largest population as well as the largest economic and trade area. It also shows by better focus, depth, and breadth. It has shown the greatest potential ever. With the establishment of RCEP and CPTPP, the global industrial system is facing new challenges. For example, we must facing some of the new technology, just like the AI, the AIGC. We must judge what the influence of AI would take for us. And the global industrial system is facing new challenges, and in all of the challenges, the digital economy have become the new driving force of economic growth. The digital economy is a new form of economic and social development following the agriculture and industrial economic. It has been an important driving force for transformation or upgrading. As the big picture shows, data have become the new factor of production. Global data volume is growing exponentially. IDC estimates that China produced 8.1 ZB of data in 2022, with a 22.7% increase compared with 2021, and ranked second in the world with a 10.5% global share. Data could become an important tax base for the government and an important asset for business and individuals. China's digital economy continues to grow rapidly. In 2021, the scale of China's digital economy reached 45.4 trillion yuan, with a nominal growth rate of 16.2%, accounting for 39.8% of the GDP. It is a very important industry in China. China Digital Economy Index hit a record high month-on-month. Actually, data resources have become the focus on the strategic game among all of the important countries. We may say that China, EU, UK, and US all launched their national data strategy plan. In conclusion, COVID-19 pandemic have facilitated great changes in global economy. Under current circumstances, it is vital to realize that in increasing importance of RCEP and the digital transaction of the economy, China now has been at the forefront of this transportation. It is in this context and the free trade zones and economic zones have played crucial roles in driving the economic growth and facilitating international trade and with China and the world, the other countries, a new opportunity. More than half of China province and municipalities have already set up free trade zones or free trade ports. The RCEP and the China free trade zones will become an important drive regional economic growth. SEZs in China have led to significant achievements in the innovation index. You may say that the Shanghai, the part of the Shenzhen, Shanghai is same time the part of the Guangdong FTZ, was the highest score among all of them. The 21 pilot free zone replicated and promoted 2078 institutional innovation to the country. Actually, I think that how to design the special policy for the regional is important to imagine and encourage the increasing of the economy. The opening up of the pilot free trade zones and free trade ports have opened new prospects. The 21 FTZs account for less than one-thousandth of the country's land area. It's just a very small proportion of China. But they contribute 17.3% of the country's imports and exports, and 18.5% of the country's foreign investment. The free trade zone promotion strategy has achieved a new breakthrough. China has made a new contribution to its participation in global economic governance. We may compare the innovation policies and of the major free trade zone in China. As the table shows, we have collected Beijing, Shanghai, Guangdong, Hainan, Tianjin, Chongqing, Shandong, and the others the most important innovation policies. For example, Shanghai free trade zones have implemented free trade of investment, trade free zone, free trade of capital, free trade of employment in its innovation policy. Guangdong free trade zone promotes investment and trade facilitation, expands the opening of the financial sector, speed up the transformation of government function, liberalize business environment. From the next table, we can see the results of the free trade zones are also very good. The number of patents granted and the PCT patent applications by the enterprise about the designated site in Beijing FTZ increased by 15.6% and 52.4% year on year. There were 1,119 signal projects in Shanghai Lingang new area, with a total investment of over 615 billion yuan. The actual amount of the used foreign capital increased by 263.6% year on year in the first half of 2021. Shanghai Lingang New FTZ in Chinese is the Chinese most successful example of the free trade zone. From the 2019 to 2021, the average annual growth rate of the regional product is 21.3%. The average annual growth rate of the total industrial output value about the scale is 40.2%. And the average annual rate of this fixed asset investment in the whole society is reached 43%. In the first half of the 2022, Lingang New area still achieved major economy indicators raising against the trade. The total fixed asset investment increased by 26% year on year. Hainan, as an island province, may provide more valuable insights of for PGN. With a free trade policy, we have now witnessed that the industrial structure has constantly advanced. As growth gradually transiting, we are witnessing a shift toward new industry like shopping, education, and medical care, and so on. Furthermore, the acceleration of the coordinated development across various regions ensure the prosperity of Hainan Free Trade Port. In addition to this economic advancement, the public sense of the gains have steadily risen. The ecological and environmental quality continue to improve. The rule of law has reinforced, and the business environment has been continuously improved. These zones have played a pivotal role in China's rapid economic growth and development, serving as engines of industrialization, urbanization, and regional development. They have been successful in attracting foreign investment, creating jobs, and boosting technology innovation, and especially for the individual in the world. In my opinion, I think how to set up the local innovation ecosystem is very important. I hope they would provide valuable insights for PGN. Now let's talk about a more detailed case for where I have played an important role, the Great Bay Area. The Great Bay Area, it's short form, the GBA, is one of the Chinese latest and most ambitious SEZ initiatives. The region consists of the 9 cities in Guangdong province, along with Hong Kong and Macau, forming an integrated economic and business hub. Let us compare the key economic data of the GBA with other 3 international Bay Area. The GDP of the GBA is about 2.06 times that of San Francisco Bay Area, and the Tokyo Bay Area respectively, which is close to Tokyo Bay Area and the New York Bay Area. In recent years, its GDP growth rate has remained about 7%, and it's still in the stage of rapid growth, and has a development foundation and the potential of the world-class Bay Area. The manufacturing industry in these 3 Bay Area began to move out from central cities, and their output value and employment proportion continues to decline, where the tertiary industries such as finance and insurance, real estate, wholesale and resale, professional and science and technology services were developing rapidly. The 4 Bay Area have gathered a number of the high-level university, first-class laboratories, and scientific research institutions with competitive majors or research directions that match the industrial structure of the Bay Area. On average, 30% of the world's top 100 universities are concentrated in the 4 Bay Area. At the present, the global fintech regionalization is distinctive. Asia, as we show from the picture, Asia and America continue to lead the way, and many cities enter the list too. The Great Bay Area is becoming an important strategic hub of Belt and Road. Let us look at the development status of the urban clusters in the GBA. The drawing of the GBA will not only accelerate the industrial in Guangxi, Hunan, Jiangxi, and other cities, but also accelerate their access to Beibu Gulf, Nanning, and other cities, forming a sea and land international corridor facing ASEAN, and becoming an important strategy hub of Belt and Road. The economy of the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Great Bay has developed rapidly. Now, it is formed by an urban economic circle with Hong Kong and Macau as international windows, Guangzhou and Shenzhen as a regional center, and consists of the three parts: Guangzhou, Foshan, Zhaoqing, Shenzhen, Dongguan, Huizhou, and Zhuhai, Macau, Piaorong. Actually, within the Guangdong province, the real balance phenomena is very serious between the three parts. The 11 cities of the Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau have complete industrial system and their own distinctive division of labor. The rise of Guangdong, Macau, Hong Kong Bay area driving the development of the surrounding and becoming an important strategic hub of Belt and Road. Let's look at the details of the industrial composition of these cities. The figures on the left shows the industrial composition of the various cities in the GBA. The figure on the right shows the Guangdong province, the top 8 manufacturing industrial, and its proportion. From this figure, we can see that communications, and other electronic equipment manufacturing industrial has a large share. Now, we may discuss the pellet demonstration SEZ of Shenzhen. And this slide shows the changes in the nation and Shenzhen strategic objectives. Next, let's look at the development. There are about 3.94 million commercial entities in Shenzhen. By the end of the 2022, the added value of Shenzhen financial industry have reached 514 billion yuan, ranking the third among the largest and medium-sized cities in China. Within Shenzhen pellet demonstration zone, let us talk more about the Shanghai district. Here is an example of financial opening up and preferential policies in Shanghai. The Shanghai policy, the Shanghai district focus on the two priorities: zone expansion and reform and opening up, and deploys three tasks. Firstly, to plan the development space of the Shanghai Cooperation Zone. Secondly, build an experimental platform for the comprehensive deepening reform and innovation. Thirdly, build a gateway hub for the high-level opening up. I think it is some different from the Chinese reform or the reform and innovation frame. It's not reform move suddenly. It's just depending on the circle, step by step. Let us talk about the main policy of the deep reform plan of Shanghai. We focus on Shenzhen Hong Kong Corporation from January or September in 2022. Shanghai actually used the full $0.2 billion US of Hong Kong capital, an increase of the 21.1% and owned nearly 10,000 Hong Kong university enterprises. Similar to Shanghai, here are some of the examples of the preferential policies in Hengqin. Hengqin is based in Zhuhai, and Hengqin is the district adjunctive to Macau, where the cross-border finance and investment are highly supported. Okay, and this policy have provide energy for phenomenal development in Shanghai and Hengqin. The Shanghai and Hengqin plans can provide very strong support for the independent cooperation in financial openness and innovation, as well as important strategy support by the GBA financial services to the real economy. From the cross-border perspective, the Shanghai and Hengqin plans will also help Hong Kong's position as an international financial center. As a result of this policy, Shanghai have witnessed the phenomenal development. The Shanghai has also facilitated 30 financial articles to further support the development, especially how to use policy innovation to help the increasing of the cross-border financial. Learning from the best practices of the Chinese SEZs, PNG can benefit from starting the successful strategy and policies implemented in China's SEZs, adapting and them to fit its own unique context and needs. And the next one, I would like to offer some suggestions for PNG to consider is the pursuit of the economic and international collaboration. First and foremost, it is paramount importance to build a world-class free trade zone and business environment, as well as the development of the distinctive industrials. And at the same time, we must invest in the digital economy and the new energy industry as core drivers of regional economic growth. Lately, to gradually build a system of high standard economic and trade rules, we must also to establish a talent-friendly innovation network that connects with global innovation networks, and seeks the differential advantage for the individual regions. In conclusion, the development of the world-class FTZ or SEZs and the business environment is vital to the future economic growth of PNG. By focusing on market-oriented reforms, investing in the digital economy and new energy industrial, and learning from global experiences, P&G can obtain unique advantage to compete on the global stage.